হেল্ল', নমস্কাৰ। মই AMK কৈছোঁ। On-site classes at the rate of Nafi তাইকে স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। Welcome to the on-site classes at the rate of Nafi. Today, I will going to discuss about the relation between the zeros and the coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. আজি মই দ্বিঘাত সমীকৰণৰ শূন্য আৰু ইয়াৰ হৰবোৰৰ মাজৰ সম্পৰ্কৰ বিষয়ে আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ ওলাইছোঁ। Okay, let's start the video. Let f of x is a polynomial, quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial. Okay. The condition is, what is the condition to be a quadratic polynomial? Okay. The condition is a cannot be 0, and the exponent of this quadratic polynomial should not be a fraction or in negative numbers. It should be a whole number. Remember that. At a polynomial hobo lagile exponent, exponent of the variable, maximum exponent of the variable must be a whole number. Yate 2 ase, yare episode substantially power of x will be 1 here also. Okay, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, therefore it is a polynomial. Suppose the power of x, suppose to say power of x is 1 by 2. Power of x cannot be 1 by 2. If power of x is 1 by 2, then it cannot be a polynomial. Variables or power to ki hobo nore, fraction hobo nore ba negative number hobo nore. Ami hetu janato dorkar. I just remind you once again. Okay, suppose say if alpha and beta are two zeros. যোৱাকালি ইয়াৰ আগৰ ভিডিঅ'টোত কৈছে যে 0 কি? What is 0? 0 is just the value of variables for which as a whole value of the polynomials become 0, and that particular value of variables is said to be 0. x or যিটো ভ্যালুৰ কাৰণে গোটেই polynomialsটোৰ মানটো কি হৈ যাব? শূন্য হৈ যাব। সেইটো এটা শূন্য, polynomialsটো 0. Okay, suppose here alpha and beta are the two zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Since it is a quadratic polynomial, there will be maximum of two zeros of this polynomial. One of them is alpha and other one will be beta. Then I am going to check the relation between the zeros and coefficient, that is coefficient of x square is a here and coefficient of x is b. Rest of the term c is constant term. Okay, here a is coefficient of x square. Similarly, b is coefficient of x. C is constant term. Now I am going to find out the relation between constant term, coefficient of x square and coefficient of x. Clear? Let's see. Sum of the zeros, alpha and beta. Sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus coefficient of x. Here coefficient of x is what? B. So coefficient of x is b, and divided by coefficient of x square. In this term, coefficient of x square is a, that is minus b by a. I can write here minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x. This is the relation between the sum of the zeros and coefficient of x square and x. The sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta, gives minus b by a. Minus b by a minus b is coefficient of x, that is coefficient of x is here b, and divided by coefficient of x square. That is, coefficient of x square is here is a. We have already get the relation between sum of the zeros and coefficient of x square and x. Okay. Then again we need to find out another relation between the zeros and the constant term or coefficient of x square. That is product of zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros, that is alpha into beta. Product of zeros, that is equal to alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Here the constant term is c and coefficient of x square is a. I can write here constant term by coefficient of x square. Students, this is all about the relation between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomials. Okay. Again I repeat, sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, where b is coefficient of x divided by a. A is coefficient of x squared. Therefore, minus b by coefficient of x by coefficient of x squared. Again, product of zeros alpha into beta gives c by a. Here c is constant term divided by coefficient of x squared. Okay, this is all about the relation between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomials. Okay, have a good day. আটাইলৈ এটা আবেদন আছে, যদি মোৰ পেজটো ভাল লাগিছে, মোৰ ভিডিঅ'বিলাক ভাল লাগিছে, প্লিজ ডু follow me to get the update videos of mathematics. Again, I will give you videos about physics also. Okay, and I have a YouTube channel on 5 classes at the rate of Matthew. If possible, do subscribe my channel.